Welcome back to Stamping at the Warren, and I'm Kim Tolton, and today I have another balloon celebration card for you, and slightly different to the one before, and hope you enjoy this one. I'm bringing you a product that I am thrilled is now available through Stampin' Up, which is the Wink of Stella superb shimmer brush, glitter brush. It's so fine, it dries so quickly, and it just has such a beautiful shimmer. So I'm just going to show you how to make this, and it's so super quick. Right, you begin by making your card base by trimming a piece of thicker Whisper White cardstock to 21 centimeters by 14.8. You then score so the ridge is inside and burnish that fold with your bone folder to make it nice and flat. Next, you want a piece of Whisper White cardstock measuring 14 centimeters by 9.7 centimeters. And you're going to start with the little cloud stamp, and we're working with the Subtles collection today, and you want Soft Sky ink pad. Now when I did it before I made a mistake and I used Pool Party, and that wasn't what I intended. So you just want to stamp some nice clouds. Doesn't matter if they overlap, you're building up that cloudy backdrop. Okay, and that's sufficient. And you also want to stamp the balloon strings and your sentiment, and for that I'm going to use Smoky Slate. So you don't want too much of the strings to show now, because these are quite fine. These work alright by stamping this way. Anything bigger, as you know, I stamp upwards. So you just want to get your strings in there like that. And your sentiment, so I'll just take off that one, pop my sentiment on here, make sure it's coming out okay. There we go. You're going to stamp that straight onto the base corner of your card. There you go. And that can go to one side now. Everything else is going to be done using scrap cardstock and your balloon punch. So just bring in some bits of random bits of cardstock, and what I found was easiest to do was to do the outlines first, all in one go in the different colours, and then the same. So we're using Blushing Bride and So Saffron for the balloons. And I said Blushing Bride, didn't I? So again, you can change that stamp. I just mount mine on the back of the cassette whilst I'm playing around. There we go. So then you've got your mount, your block here, and you want the outline one, so it's just like a ridge. And you want 3 or 4 of each outline one in So Saffron, and then change it for Soft Sky, and make sure you've got an edge so that it's easy to punch them out. We'll go with 3 each is sufficient. and then you can just ink off the excess ink here, because it'll get rid of everything that we need got rid of. And another bit of scrap cardstock, and do the same with the Blushing Bride. Again, down along one edge. And do a couple of extras. Right. Next, you want the very solid looking stamp, so it looks like this. I don't know if you can see that there. So it's just like a solid stamp, and I don't know why I put the ink pads away, but there you are. So you're now going to add colour to the centre of your balloons. And it actually doesn't matter if they don't get exactly in the centre, as I found out. So done that, and we'll do exactly the same with the So Saffron ones. This is called a two-step stamp set, although it is really and truly a three-step stamp set, really. Now you can go back and actually add a bit more colour there if you want to. I'm not fussed about it because it helps to give that three-dimensional look to the stamp. Do I want that? No, I still need that. So you're then changing the solid stamp for this little one here, which creates little dots. So as we've got the So Saffron one here, we'll start with that. And you can see it just adds more detail. That's a So Saffron. And I have finished with that now, so I can put that away. And then it's just the same with the Blushing Bride balloons. There you go. And in with your punch. Actually, what I'm going to do, because this wink of Stella dries so quickly, I'm just going to apply the glitter now. Like this. You see how fine that is? It's just glorious. And then the same with this one. And I'm going to have to break now and come back to you, because my husband's nagging me through the window to say, you've got to go for your dental appointment, you can't carry on filming. So I'll just get the glitter onto this one. And literally, once I've done this, these ones will be dry. Right, there we go. I shall leave you there for now, and I'll catch up with you again when I get back from the dentist. Okay, I'm back. Yes, back from the dentist. I've got to have 2 teeth removed and 1 filling. So the filling's tomorrow, and then I've got to be referred off to have the extractions done, because it's a really nasty wisdom tooth and the one next to it. But there you go. Anyway, let's carry on with what I was doing before my husband so rudely dragged me away to the dentist. Right, so this is the effect you get when you put a wink of Stella on your projects. See what I mean? It's really shimmery, incredibly shimmery. The glitter is so fine. And one brush goes a long way, I know, because I've used the product, not through Stampin' Up, but I have used the product lots and lots and lots. Right, so we have our dry balloons. So you just want to pop, and we've used the small side. Oh look, and I did the balloons on the wrong side. Will they go in? No. That was silly of me. Right. When you do the punching, the large balloon faces you, is sort of facing you, but the small balloon's upwards, so I've actually stamped them. I should have stamped them along this edge and not this edge, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to trim a strip off. There we go. And then you can start putting them in and matching them up. Match them up by the knot on the balloon. There's one. Still put it in upside down. Oh dear, distracted or what? There's me a little balloony bit. 2. 3. So that's your yellow balloons done. And can you see the difference? So although I didn't get exactly matched up, now that they're punched out and they're shimmery, it gives a much nicer effect. I did the same with this one as well, look. Just trim that card off. And then we can start with this one. And I punched some extras here. Because a couple I wasn't sure about, so we'll see what they look like when they're punched out. What I love about this stamp set is the sketched look that you get by having the 3 lots of stamping. And so you get an outline, you get the solid, and then you get the detail. And I just think I have a beautiful hand sketched look. Which I find quite attractive. Do the last one. And there you have your balloons, look. Rid of all the waste. It's out of the way. And your punch can go to one side. There we go. And now it's just an assembly job. So this can come back in. And I think because I've got 4 pink, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think what I'm going to do is do the 4 pink next and then the 3 yellow at the end. So you want a couple of pinks just a bit of fast fuse on the bottom, and you just want to match them up to some of these lines on the these bits here, like the strings, if you like, of the balloons. And I think we'll go with one more with some fast fuse on, and I think we'll go so it overlaps there. And then your last one, pop a Stampin' dimensional on the back so it pops up those balloons, and that one can go, where should we pop that one? Pop that one there so it overlaps. And then you're going to do the same sort of process for these yellow ones. So 2 of them on with fast fuse. And you want them to look like they're a big bunch of balloons. And then a Stampin' dimensional on this last one. And we'll go, what do you reckon? I think something like that. No, I want that moved over. I don't want it to be exactly where that one was. There you go. Bunch of balloons. Then I have used a piece of designer series paper, and because I've been so rudely interrupted, excuse me reaching over, I can't remember the name of the designer series paper stack. It's the Love Blossoms. There we are. And I've trimmed that to 14.4 by 10.1 centimetres, so that would just give a bit of a border with a hint of blushing bride around the edges. The pattern is irrelevant really, I wanted the coordination of the colours. So that goes down on here, and you will just see just little hints of that designer series paper around the cardstock. Now if it was a boy, then obviously if you're doing this for a male, then you could obviously have a blue colour going around, perhaps going with the soft sky or pool party, or even Marina Mist would work. So you could have a designer series paper like that. Then this can be mounted onto your card base, and I am going to mount this on using a few Stampin' dimensionals. This is the reverse side of the designer series paper, which I was umming and ahhing about, but the green was a bit too intense for what I was doing, so I decided against it on this particular project. Okay. Make sure you've got the opening of your card in the right place. And layer your card front on. And there is your really shimmery, it is, I suppose it could be unisex, it would be brilliant, wouldn't it, for a wedding shower invitation, something like that. So hope you've enjoyed that today. Sorry about the interruption in the middle, and I will speak to you again tomorrow, and I'll try and plan it so I'm not interrupted to go off to go and have my my filling done. There we go. I'll try not to get things done around that. Obviously, as always, please leave your comments in the comment section under today's video or on my blog at www.stampingatthewarren.blogspot.co.uk, and you can also, by looking in the show more section under today's video and on my blog again, you'll find all of my social media accounts, so you can choose to follow me however you wish to follow me. And I look forward to talking to you and catching up with you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta for now.